Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm glad you guys are here.
Peace.
I'm Malcolm. This is the Black Dot.
In the building, in the flesh.
Mike almost came down on me. I don't know what that was about.
On the ones and twos. Number one father and son podcast.
On the planet.
On the planet, multiverse, universe, you and I verse, the whole 9 yards.
The verses, all that.
I used to have a joint called Inner Verse, Outer Verse, Shitterverse. I'm the worst. Drop bomb that. That was some bars.
Okay, all right.
It's a universe, you know what I'm saying? Inner verse, outer verse, shitterverse. I'm the worst.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of my bars back in the days.
Listen, he uses this podcast to get off everything that he's just, all of his creative.
That's what it's supposed to be.
He just gets it off.
And you missed the tag on the pre-show. All right? I set a skit up instantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just, I ain't doing that.
I be having to get into my character.
Dude,
I have to find my motivation,
how
my
long
center.
you been hanging out with me, dude? This stuff is
my
quick,
center.
Man. This stuff is on the fly. I can't be motivating you on live TV.
Yeah, I be having to figure out.
No, you got to be on the fly, man. What's up to the family?
See, Chicago checking in, St. Louis, Boston, Frederick, Maryland in the house, Greensboro in the house, Cincinnati. Of course.
Connecticut
Houston,
in the building.
Durham, North Carolina, what's up?
Yes.
Who else? Tennessee, what's up?
LA. Galveston Island in the building. UK in the building.
Shouts out to y'all.
Austin, Texas in the building.
Naptown in the building.
Brooklyn, to be more. Everybody. Louisiana in the building.
Alabama.
Yeah, Bama in the building.
Mount Vernon, Ohio. Shouts out. Delaware.
All right.
Thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys had an amazing week. How was your week?
Week was good, man. You know, alive, well, banged out some shows. Did some things, filling some orders because the sale is not gonna last forever.
Yeah, we running out of stuff.
Yeah, we running out of stuff, but get your 30% on. And as I mentioned in the pre-show, for those who weren't in the pre-show, I'm feeling how I get. And for the members, you guys, whatever sale we run for Black Power Friday.
Black Power
Friday. Whatever sale, because you members, we got to throw a little something extra in there. Okay. Maybe a 5%, something extra on top of the extra.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't think I'll be mad at that.
That's what, to be a member is a perk.
I don't think I'll be mad at
That's
you.
That's a privilege. Why should they get treated like the scum buckets?
The normies?
Yeah, the ones who don't give us 5. Why should they be even connected to that?
Yeah, the normies, yeah.
Yeah, the normies. Come on, man. These are the family in here. You know what I mean? So, you know what it is.
Oh, cool. This week was good. Productive.
Yes, and Saturday you're going to a conference, yes?
Yes. What's the name of this conference? So it's at the Apollo.
At the Apollo.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the
At the Apollo Theater.
Yeah, Black Entrepreneurs Day at the Apollo. With Damon John, Serena Williams, Shaq, Killer Mike. A lot of people gonna be there. So.
Ooh, you gonna be in the building with them?
Yeah. So.
Okay. You received a weird phone call today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as a result of my Kanye rant week, the people from Fox Soul reached out and want me on their panel in a couple weeks when they're doing a show on like if we should continue to support Kanye. And listen. Here's the thing, guys. I've never really liked panels, and even the Fox Soul stuff. I see what they're trying to do, but what it has become, it just become like a real like pissing ground for a lot of people who just kind of want to get their ideas off and just kind of.
I stay away from all panels.
I don't need it. I don't need
all debates.
Yeah,
because they turn into pissing, like you said, pissing contests, egos, this, that. Nothing ever truly gets off. And Fox, Soul,
they called me, called my phone. I was just
yeah. So Fox and Soul, that's kind of a weird. That's like plaid stripes. That's like a whole different dynamic.
Somebody say it's a trap. Don't do it. Yeah.
Come on, we know better than that. We know better than that. Come on now. So we're gonna stay in our lane, but you're gonna be in the mix at the Apollo Theater.
Yeah,
with Killer Mike and Shaq, and they might recognize you. Should probably wear something that says, "Hi, I'm a target." No, where's your dad, nigga? No, not you, because you be keeping it clean. Where is your fucking the big lip black nigga, son?
Yeah.
With the puffy eyes, nigga. When I see that nigga. So, just give you a couple of tips. Talk shit. Mm-hmm. Make sure the cameras is on. Get loud.
Gotcha.
Like, what the fuck, this,
Yeah.
And if they hit you, you fall.
Got you.
Immediately, you cry. You hold your eye. Even if they punch you in your stomach, you hold your eye. Have your man filming, and we get paid.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
I'll be in court with you crying. Hey, do that to my son, man.
Somebody said keep pocket sand in your pocket. Keep
you gotta keep some pocket sand. With Shaq, we need like a bucket of sand.
That's facts, yeah.
A backpack of sand. But Shaq might come at you and shit.
Somebody said smack Shaq.
You gotta get a slingshot.
Yeah.
Boom, hit Shaq. But no, you can rub elbows with some people.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm excited for that. That's dope.
Okay, all right. I'll be wishing well for you. I'll be in the car like, yo.
Nah, but it's in Apollo. Like that's the hood. Like I'm good there.
Yeah, you good.
I'm good out there.
True story.
It's not like I'm somewhere else, somewhere foreign.
Somewhere weird.
I'm running to my mom's and forget.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your mom. Let me in. Come downstairs. Meet me downstairs, but I ain't got no more sand in my pocket. They still coming for me, but Shaq is big. Who is that? Kidneys, dialysis. Oh my God. So yeah.
Oh man.
Nah, but that's great being around other entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. Shout out Steve Canal.
Yes, he was the one who invited me. Shout out.
Invited you. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So that's a great look for you, and I think it's a good lane for you to begin pivoting and finding your voice, which is dope.
All right, so let's get started, man.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So if you weren't in on the pre-show, we made the announcement we're not talking about the obvious this week.
Yeah, well,
this show.
We're
it's been
bury that.
5 shows, 6 shows, and I feel like we've all said our piece. We put a nice bow around it.
Yes.
And just kind of made our point, but. Election season is here.
Yes,
it's in full swing. It's been ramping up over the summer. You kind of see some stuff, some moves happening, and you go, "Oh, well, that's pretty cool." Why did he do? Oh, elections are coming around the corner. Now it's in like a couple weeks, 3 weeks.
The 10th or something, or the 8th.
Yeah, it's around that time.
Yeah,
it's in full swing now, and you're starting to see these politicians now come out. You're starting to see usually the same cycle of what, election season we go through as black people. They blame black men because, it might not be turnout they're going to lose, or super fear monger. If Republicans win, the world is going to end, like stuff like that.
Yes.
And it's happening. So Stacey Abrams is one of the most notable people who is running for governor in Georgia. And she's on the campaign trail. She's been debating Brian Kemp of Georgia, the one who's actually the governor right now. Mm-hmm. And she had some really weird things to say. She was on MSNBC and they asked her, even though abortion is an important issue, and I'm paraphrasing what the guy has said. He said even though abortion is a top issue, more people are concerned with the state of the economy, inflation, if they can afford food, groceries, stuff like that. She went all the way around to bring it back to abortion, because the reason why it's so expensive is because people got kids that they don't really want. So we need to bring abortion back and stuff like that.
I can't believe she said that.
Yeah.
I rewinded it because I wanted to make sure I was hearing what she said. Our problem in our community is that you lazy ass women and men are having too many kids that you can't afford. So she just tied the economic downtrodden to you having babies that you can't afford, which leads to welfare, which leads to...
No, so I'm going to tell you what happened.
Okay.
So prior to the Roe v. Wade thing with the Supreme Court, that was like at the top of the year, the middle of the year.
Right.
It was looking like a landslide for the Republicans. Like they were going to take like every seat that was available, they were going to take it. And that's what it was looking like. But once that happened, the tides kind of shifted, because that's one of those like dividing lines when it comes to like Republicans and Democrats.
Abortion. Yes.
So once that happened, the Democrats flipped their entire platform on abortion now.
Right.
They don't like abortion. We like abortion. That's what we were running on. Prior to that, they kept leaning on Trump, and Trump is not in office, so they were getting killed.
They was running dry with that.
Yeah, they were getting killed. So once that happened, everything is Roe v. Wade, abortion, women's rights. It's so heavy. So she understands that, but I think her team coached her like, listen, whatever they say, just bring it back to abortion.
Just try to bring it back to our bullet points so that we can stay on code.
Yeah, she's going so far with it. I saw her on a panel one time, right? And the discussion was, when should abortion be stopped, or like, when should it? Mm-hmm. There are restrictions and ramifications around like each state, like they have like their own ideas around it. Mm-hmm. But they were talking about like the heartbeat, right?
Right.
She said, well, technically there is no heartbeat at that that many weeks. It's really like the sound of the machine echoing.
So it's the cardio, it's the echo machine.
Yeah, she said it's not really a heartbeat. So that doesn't really exist. Now, guys, if you have kids, that's one of the best, most special moments you can have.
That's the first real aha moment.
Holy shit, this is real.
This just got real.
There is a human in you. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
If you guys pay attention to like the super feminists, they try to downplay human life so much when it comes to this abortion thing that it comes off like super inhumane, and that's what she has been doing.
For her to say that's not an actual heartbeat, that's the mammogram
it's the
machine
and
echoing off the tummy or something weird to that effect. First of all, it's an insult on your intelligence.
Yes.
And it's an insult on, like you said, the very first moment you hear that heartbeat, even as a man.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
You like, okay, if my shit ain't together.
Right.
Now it's time
right.
to buckle up and start beginning to understand. And remember, the heartbeat that's the beginning for us. That's the genesis. The universe is synchronized by rhythm.
Right.
So that rhythm means that this thing is now in sync, and now it needs to be nurtured mentally, physically, and spiritually, the right foods, so that it may develop into the star being it is meant to be. And for her to make that kind of a statement, and then again tie the economic downtrodden to this. And another thing, it's an emotional thing. We're going back to emotion. They run these campaigns solely on emotion, not logic.
Oh, because if that would be the case,
if it was based on logic and critical thinking, they all would be out of office. Democrats, Republican. So there's a different set of emotions, and mainly from the Democrat Party, because we got to keep throwing abortion in your face and these sort of things, so that you make an emotional decision, not a logical one. And they are going to double and triple down. Who don't like hot sauce? That's black, son.
Right.
Hot sauce in your bag, man.
Right, that was nuts.
That's like you were part of the system.
That was nuts, bro.
You know what I mean? If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Who don't want to be associated with being black? Right? That happened along with other things. So these are emotional ploys. You know what I'm saying? If somebody gets gunned down in the street. Black man, gunned down. Forget the fact we kill niggas all day. That's beside the point. White man, gunned down a black man. The world must stop, and we must address that. Forget Leroy and them all running gangs, Bloods and Crips. They're killing 40 people a month in the neighborhood. We're not going to address that. That's just par for the course. That's just we mad. When white person kill, these are things we run on.
Especially in election season.
Especially in election season.
Yeah.
And it works hook, line, and sinker. A black president?
Yeah. You cried.
I cried, man.
You cried.
A black president?
Yeah.
So emotion, emote, energy, right? So we need to feed off that energy and get you to go to the polls.
Take your booty to the polls.
Take your booty, shake your booty to the pole, shake your booty. And then you have my man out there doing the crunk dance. He didn't want to punch the officer. He was he was walking around like a silverback.
Oh, good.
I was like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
So that happened. And then like a lot of usually too, what I've noticed is that election season, Republicans and Democrats, usually when there is a black Republican or Democrat, they look the worst, right? So, prime example, the press secretary, the black woman now, she looks terrible up there.
Yeah, she does.
She they sent her out there on a death mission.
Yeah.
every day.
That other lady set her up and then just gave her the job. And
she looks worse. Stacey Abrams, she's kind of like doing the same thing. And Stacey Abrams has not learned from her past mistakes because she's still, or the people who rock with her, who kind of like, they're still like talking down to black men when it comes to voting. Like they blaming black men still because there was like early voting and she's still getting beat.
And then talk about Killer Mike.
Yeah, so Killer Mike basically announced he was voting Republican for Kemp, and people were going off on Killer Mike. Now, here's the thing. I'm not from Atlanta, so the only thing I'm watching of Stacey Abrams is what I'm seeing. Brian Kemp is just what I'm seeing. I'm not in that community.
In the trenches.
I'm not in the trenches. Killer Mike has, from what I've heard, he has been in the trenches. He has been doing stuff within his community.
Yeah, he's grassroots.
Right, very grassroots. He's very old school. He's very pro-gun. Like, listen, I just want to make sure my community is okay. And if he can, and he's, like he says, like if he can like really affect some change, he goes about his way and he does so. Right? Now, he said Brian Kemp has been in his community, has been affecting it somewhere. I'm not in this community. Don't shoot the messenger.
Right.
He said he hasn't felt the same about Stacey Abrams.
He said he got receipts that Kemp is actually putting some work in Killer Mike's community, showing improving, and Abrams hasn't. Now, like he has every right to feel how he wants to feel. Right. That's what this whole thing is supposed to be about. Every time election season comes out, they say your ancestors died for the right to vote and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I have the right to vote or the right not to vote. Right. Absolutely.
Which I choose. Thank you for that.
And my vote is for sale. This is what Ice Cube was saying.
It is supposed
right?
to.
Ice Cube said, our vote is for sale. Let's listen to both parties. Right? Which is what you're supposed to do. Even if you buying a goddamn car or whatever it is, you want to have bids to find out which is going to benefit you more. That's the logical, critical analysis and all of that. But emotion says this is a black woman and you should vote for her because she's a black woman.
Yeah, people were going crazy on him.
And he's like, I'm voting for, who's
said,
giving me the most.
Exactly. The person who's going to benefit. And the thing is, Brian Kemp could be a racist. He could be all of these things that everybody's saying.
Doesn't matter.
He is benefiting me right now, and that's all I need him for. I'll use it.
Because a lot of them hate black people.
Yo,
But they come into our communities when they need votes. They kiss babies. They shake hands.
Bro.
And when they win, they move on. You too should have this is not personal. This is business, and that's the problem. When you make it personal, because I almost got ran off a panel. I shouldn't have been on this panel. I was on this panel with some black police officers in the conscious community. I'm not going to mention no names. And I said, when they come into our community, they think we stink, but they sit in our churches and they go to get their votes. How come we don't do something similar to get what we want? And these Negroes basically almost ran me out the building. No, this is all black. 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 And I said, I get that. But I'm saying they're playing chess and we're playing checkers.
Yes.
We're in our emotions and they are not. They're trying to get a job done. And until we understand, I don't like you, you don't like me. You think the Chinese people like you?
right.
They don't. Hurry up and buy.
Right.
You want a Kung Pao or you want to Pow Pow? Just hurry up and buy, get out of store.
Yeah.
Right? Give me your money, beat it.
Yeah.
Same thing when you come into the Jewish community. Same thing with the Italians. You can get some, pastrami or whatever it is that they serving up. Get the fuck out. Keep it moving.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some tortellini and all that shit. And we're the only ones who make everything about our emotions. And they bank on it.
Yes, and this goes back to like the conversation last week. If anybody could just get into our emotions so easily, we are not a factor.
We're not a factor.
We're not a factor. If somebody can wear a shirt and it'll get you that upset, we're not a factor for anything, for any real battles, real legal battles, real political battles that we're gonna have to go through.
And for people who are gonna say, it's deeper than that. No, it's not. If a shirt or a hat or somebody's personal words can galvanize and make you feel that way, then you got some shadow work to do on self. That means, because I always use all that stuff just as a measuring stick. Okay, let me take the temperature of our people. Oh, we wildin', and we like the undercard fight. So the bigger issues, everyone see the big elephant.
Yeah.
We don't want that fight. We want the undercard fight. Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have said that about so-and-so. No. Forget about what really happened, who really running the industry, and who really has our voice, and who's really monopolizing all our... Forget that, man. You shouldn't have wore that shirt, man. Because now you ain't the... Everybody want the undercard fight. And it don't matter who the celebrity is. They always go... I'm gonna stay down low with this fight right here. No one want to take on the monster, the big beast. No one want to swing at the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Yeah. So, so he's voting for Kemp, and people are upset. They wrote an article about him on Huffington Post Black Voices, and they said that this political rapper talking about Killer Mike is more dangerous than the K word or the Y word. Yeah,
you can't say K and Y together.
I know, that's pause. My fault.
Okay.
But yeah, they say he's more politically dangerous than anybody else.
Really?
Because and here's the thing, this is what Killer Mike was saying. He said, yo, I have a track record of bringing out voters. I got Bernie Sanders on the ticket. Like, it was some of my work that got him, that elevated him within the
I
black
didn't necessarily agree with that, but that's beside the point. He's making his move to show his power. And, you can say what you want to say about Killer Mike. He is in the streets. Well, I don't know if there's really streets in Atlanta, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
he's in the trenches, per se. He ain't up on a high horse telling you to go down and do things, and he'll come down and hang out with you peasants when there's a photo shoot. I've never got that vibe from him. I've got the vibe he is active and involved in his community.
And two, you might not agree with everything he says. Some of the stuff he says, I'm like, dude.
But it doesn't resonate with you here.
Right.
Them Southerners got a whole different vibe.
But everybody has their own way
Absolutely.
to skin a cat,
and I'm cool with that.
And you have to like be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody asked a question in the chat earlier: is all conscious channels Republican? And I think when we think about things like that, just Republican, Democrat. It's linear. It's linear. Very lazy.
Yeah, it's very lazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because the more you understand, like me personally, I've grown up very liberal. right? Just kind of understand. You just feel like, okay, Democrats, Republicans are bad. And you kind of grow up and see how the Democrats move. You see how Republicans move. You become, you teeter in the middle as you get older.
And believe it or not,
especially me.
real conscious community don't believe in any of that. Because we know that the war's not down there. We talk about it because that's where our people are. But we know this is a spiritual war. This has nothing to do with this show that they putting on. Those are the first things you learn when you came into the real conscious community. Don't fall for the show being put on. They two wings on the same bird, and all they doing is moving money and power from one hand to the other. So I don't know about these new conscious dudes.
No, because it's an easy grift now.
Right. Grift. Pun intended? Or
No
pun intended. Got you.
It's
right.
easy grift now.
Oh, grift. Got you.
Easy grift now because now it's easier to gain, YouTube subscribers.
Right, and it's almost calling you the anti word.
Yes.
You're a Republican.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So what are you, a Democrat no matter what?
Yeah.
And then you want my respect. No matter what, I vote Democrat. I know they didn't free the slaves, the Republicans did. That's beside the point.
Right.
No matter what.
Right.
Well, enjoy. Have a good, you know what I mean? Have a good time with that.
Uh-huh.
So just something to think about when we speak about, Killer Mike and what he's doing in his community, trying to affect change to the best of his ability.
And like I said, I always say this anytime we talk politics, just pay attention to what's happening. Pay attention to the moves that are being made, the timing of the moves that are being made. And speaking of politics right now, right? Or the election, the CDC, they just voted unanimously, I think 15-0, to include the COVID vaccine for children in their scheduled immunization.
So now they because it's the new flu.
Right.
So it's the new flu shot.
Right.
So now they've reduced down to now it's a part of your everyday life. They introduced it into the lexicon of the people as something that they had to have because they were going to die. Then when they realized you wasn't going to die, because remember, when COVID went up, flu went down. How's that even humanly possible?
Yeah.
How can flu disappear because COVID arose?
A bunch of stuff disappeared.
A bunch of stuff just vanished. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So now they want it a part of your everyday life. So when these new light beings come to the planet, they want to make sure from the beginning you are locked into a frequency here. We know why you're coming. We know what time you're coming for. You are coming for war because these are the last days of this particular cycle. Y'all coming to get it on and popping. We are supposed to be here to receive you, give you instruction, prepare you for the war, even though you got to grow up and this and that and prepare the next soldiers. They are 30, 40 years in advance. When these beings come in, they ain't flying nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. And then, and that's all a part of the process.
So what was happening is that there was been a lot of discussion because there's people saying, how the hell does CDC have that much power? And the CDC, and a lot of people have been pressing the CDC just on the science at large. Kids are not being affected by it. We know this vaccine don't work,
right,
and stuff like that. Why are you forcing people to take it? With the CDC, they're saying, well, it's really not up to us. It's up to the states. But the states, if you look, the states are going, oh, we follow the CDC guidelines.
Oh, so they
chicken or the egg? Who's on first? What's on second?
Oh, they playing the game.
Playing the game.
Got you.
Ron DeSantis has come out and said, we're not following the CDC's guidelines on vaccine. We will not be vaccinating kids with that vaccine. Right? So here's the thing, right? Because I got a lot of flack. I got a lot of flack for joking about voting for him, even though I don't live in Florida, right? That's the way you play politics. You know people are against this. You say, I'm against it too. You get votes.
That's my nigga.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody tell Ron DeSantis.
But that's how you're supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? And all the Republican states, and what you're seeing is all of the red states are pushing back completely against that. And all the blue states are going, they're like not reading the room. Like, people don't want this.
Yeah.
Politics.
All politics. And now we're in the Jason months. We're coming into the last we're coming into the end of the Jason look.
Yes.
This is when it usually gets fiery.
Yes.
And this thing, and that's why I got the date of November 30th.
Oh, God. That's you just said it was something. Didn't you say it was something else before? It's the 30th.
I said it's the 30th, November 30th. We're gonna see either Nibiru or something in the skies, which is going to alert us of something going on.
Yeah.
And then the 13th of December, it really.
I was watching a clip of the Joe Rogan podcast. He had a former Navy pilot up there who's like seen UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said like it's a spherical shape with a cube in it, a black cube in the spherical shape.
Yeah.
And he said like they're up there, and he said it was stationary in the sky, it didn't move.
Dude, it's the macabre. It's the exercise, because I'm part of the order of Melchizedek, and they taught me how to do the macabre.
I didn't know what you just said.
Yeah. It's the macabre. It's a down pointing pyramid, up pointing pyramid,
Mm-hmm.
in which you can leave your body from time to time, and you can transport yourself. And in the sky, it looks like orbs and things of that nature.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a intense meditation. I learned that shit about 10 years ago. I'm gonna tell you a real wild story about that one day.
Okay.
But I don't do it anymore because I started doing drugs heavy, and I can't access that part of the brain anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said 60-yard throw. You threw your shoulder out.
No, that's not a throw. That's a fact.
But yeah, so I thought that clip was interesting because like more and more people are just like openly talking about what
Yeah, but what if they are just beings that understand that this is an avatar, and I can leave my body and move about as I see free, and it comes across. I showed you the video of the black guy. His name was from Las Vegas.
Yes.
When
yes.
he made the damn thing manifest on the news. I showed it to wifey because she couldn't believe it either. He said, "Watch this," and the dude had to call the news. Y'all seen it? He called, no, I'm watching the shit now. The shit is moving. So he understood aspects of how to move his body, you know what I'm saying, from one place to other, or summon those entities. There's a doctor named Dr. Greer he specializes in all this UFO stuff. He has a few documentaries out. I'm pretty sure some of you have seen it. They are taking groups of people now to certain locations, and these orbs or unidentified objects are meeting them in real time. This is the time we're in. We're in the quickening. It takes a level of concentration. This is why they got the game on right now. This is why they got, what's his face, acting crazy down here on Earth. This because they don't want you focusing in on anything that you possess the same power they possess. What if you possess the same power as the elite? But they know it, and they get together and keep it amongst themselves and have you thinking you can't do it. Wouldn't that make you, in the situation you in? Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho,
pay attention to that. And the CDC is supposed to, I don't know if it happened already, but they were supposed to vote to shield Moderna and Pfizer from all liabilities.
I'm hearing that as well.
But what if, like, the CDC, they just trump everything? Like,
Dude, this is all one big game. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
But remember, when you're talking to people who look at the CDC or people dressed in white coats or authority or CNN as the overall authority, they don't care about following the money. They don't care about following this whole process to find out who's making these decisions.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be void of liability. That means they have impunity or whatever
to do whatever
the hell they want.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Because now there's cause, as we know, and effect.
Yeah.
We're starting to see the overall. They just had a player from Mississippi, 18-year-old
State,
kid.
yep.
Mississippi State die. Among other things, it's a wrestler. I forget his son. His son is 26. Died. And they said unknown. We don't know why. So you're starting to see the effects of the cause.
Yeah.
And the next 2 and 3 years is going to be critical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Somebody said, what's our P.O. Box? Our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 24.
24.
Riverdale, 10471.
Yep. 10471. P.O. Box.
We
24.
spoke, Coach Wayne. We spoke about what was his name? The Haitian dude who passed away on stage.
Who passed away on
We
stage.
spoke about him on Monday.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And they said they couldn't confirm or deny he took the jab, but they said he came to America recently with Wycliffe. And when you come from places like that, you got to get jabbed up. Then he went back home or whatever. And
Kevin Nash's son?
yeah, Kevin Nash's son. Yeah.
No.
I don't know who that is, but in the wrestling world,
Yeah, wow.
his son just died.
Jeez.
Sudden death syndrome. Yeah, it's a new thing.
SADS.
That's
crazy. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Yeah, can we do that? Can we get a quick commercial break in there?
And then we shall.
And for them to name it SADS,
yeah.
that's just another jab in your face.
Yeah.
You couldn't name it, certain technical terms of the abrupt, acute something. SADS.
Yeah.
SADS.
Yeah. It's
Goddamn SADS.
And you said it was a jab in your face. So that was.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an idea that you wanted to get out there but aren't sure where to start? Welcome to Do You Mogul. Since the onset of the COVID pandemic, a lot of people have started their own successful businesses. We're here to help you be that next successful business story. At Do You Mogul, we understand the struggles that come along with trying to get visibility for your business, which is why we have built an online community to help you promote your services, network with other business owners, and grow your business. For just $5 monthly or $50 annually, you will have unlimited access to all the vendor services Do You Mogul has to offer. That means access to our daily blogs, verified dealings with trusted vendors, a boost for your business, and connecting with the largest community. The reality is, the best way to see real growth in your business is to expand your community. At Do You Mogul, you'll be able to find the best deals on the Do You Mogul marketplace while being a part of a supportive, inspiring community here to help you along your professional journey. Ready to take your business to the next level and become the newest mogul success story? Visit doyoumogul.com today to sign up.
Welcome to LOV Studios, an extraordinary channel. The only channel of its kind. We have conversations with Leslie with various perspectives of the social experience across generations. This is a complete programming experience. Let's See with Leslie Olabisi, bringing you my ratings to films, series, and podcasts from around the world. We feature food, fashion, real reviews, unboxings of sneakers, AV equipment, and so much more. Prefer to listen? Unboxing with Leslie, voiceover tech talk, not a sneakerhead, and select titles are on the new Love Studios podcast on Anchor FM. I'm bringing insiders across all industries. Leslie O is a host unlike any other. Join me on my journey as a voiceover boss in my upcoming documentary about my time with Dame Dash.
One episode about your days with
Love
Dame.
Studios.
Hello, wealthy family, and a special shout out to the Urban X Nation. This is Chanel, the Ascending Infinite Goddess, and regardless of where you are on this planet, I look forward to connecting with you and your spirit team. Be sure to visit my YouTube channel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, where I have hundreds of videos available to help you on your self-paced spiritual journey, and also my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, to schedule an angel oracle card reading in any area of your life, have a mental healing session to release some mental anguish that we go through every day, or also your chakra balancing sessions in the event that you want to become realigned. I look forward to connecting with you, wealthy family. Until then, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.
And we're back.
We are back. Support these vendors.
Yes.
If you are listening to the radio, support Coca-Cola or whoever it is, Pepsi or whoever it is they told you to get with. I have a new revelation that just came through.
Okay.
I'm getting word that I say nigga too much.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's what I'm hearing. It's just, like, expand your vocabulary. You need to read some books and shit, So, okay. So, my mother used to do this game where when she cursed, she had a curse jar. And you guys would make 25 cents every time she cursed.
I remember.
My mother cursed like a sailor.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? She still owes me money. So does that roll over to you? Like, does
It probably
does that roll over to you?
It probably does. So what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna start the nigga campaign. Right? I'm going to put a jar here because Noble's got to get a college education.
It's true.
I'm going to say nigga about 40, 50 times a show. He going to make $8, $9 a show. Times another 300, 400 shows, he might be set.
Okay.
So I think if that's the consensus that I'm saying, nigga too much, and you because you get, I would watch the show, but they say nigga too much. And he wears shirts I don't like. So I want to button up a little bit. Now, I will say this. I do know how to code switch. Hello, welcome to Happy Burger Man. Take your order. Or, yes, sir, I would like to work here at your company. I think I will make a great asset to, what do you guys do here? Oh, you guys print t-shirt? Yeah, I think I would be an asset here, sir, to help you come. If I'm running for office, you already know I have my campaign laid out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stop gun violence, gang violence.
He was also shooting craps.
But that's the other side. So I need to get it together. I'm getting too old. But a study came out that said people who curse,
intelligent.
They're intelligent and they speak more truth.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. So I'm gonna send Noble to Morehouse.
I don't know about Morehouse.
Fully paid or whatever, Harvard, wherever he wants to go. He can get up there and say, this is all because my grandfather couldn't stop saying niggas. Anywho, okay.
Somebody said, me and my brothers did 25 push-ups every time we curse. Set me straight.
Yeah, I mean,
That's cool.
Whatever works for you, but I'm going to have to slow it down. So if you see a new me, a new polished Black Dot, then you know what happened. Because remember when the show used to come on, I used to be wilding, and they said, "Come on, Dad, bring it back."
You were like, it was just like, dude.
Okay, so now I'm getting word that
I didn't agree with
right,
that, but we're getting word from our producer, like she edits these shows.
She edits these shows, and she can't edit because nigga, mother.
Yeah.
So. Every time she edit my shit, sound like a rap song that's playing on the radio.
That's fair.
So I got to take all of that into consideration.
Got to take a word for it.
And then I got a grandson now. See, my children are grown.
Yes.
My children are all, grown.
Yes.
Odyssey be 21 next month.
Crazy.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So, but now I got my grandson here.
Yeah.
I had my nephew Jordan over last week. He's 10.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God. And I asked him, I said, who cursed me more, me or my wife? He said, Odyssey. I said, what? He said, no, Odyssey got both of you guys beat. So obviously these are bad trends that started from my mother that have now transferred to me.
You ever seen Eli play 2K?
Oh, he be wilding in there.
It's like, God.
I be like, who he in there with? Who he talking to online? Yeah, Eli is real bad.
That's funny.
But Eli's 23 years old.
This is true.
So what am I supposed to say? So I'm gonna make some change. Okay. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm bringing
AMG too. We're not talking about that at all.
Change my way.
We're just not. We're talking about everything else.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about everything else. Give y'all a break, y'all. It's plenty of channels that will go down, and you can get that information.
Yeah.
And so here we go.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yeah.
Did you change it? So the UK Prime Minister Liz Truss, I think is her name, she resigned today after only 44 days, the shortest Prime Minister term in the UK in history.
Why? What happened?
Well, The UK right now, they're going through a lot of economic turmoil from mismanagement and funds.
Okay,
So she
okay.
probably just realized like she's on a burning ship.
Right,
and
right.
Get off.
Right. But she should have knew that before she got on. But
This is
that's
true.
beside the point.
This is true. But yo, you know what's crazy? Because my man is over there right now. He's living over there in the UK. And he goes, yo, like their politics is just as bad as ours. Because we always have this thing where, yo, if Trump get reelected, I'm moving out the country. I'm going
And
to
then you
Canada.
go there-
And you go to Canada and you got Justin Trudeau who want to give y'all vaccine passports and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
white
UK,
supremacy is white supremacy.
it is global.
It is global. Yes.
Interstellar, maybe.
Yes.
but definitely
Facts.
global.
The audacity of white people to go to another planet. We're white.
Yeah.
You're a Martian, and because we called you Martian, that's
Yeah.
why. And you know, you saying why are these pale-faced people calling me a Martian?
Facts.
Because you're Martian.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
We decided you were Martian.
We called your planet Mars.
And you know what?
Yeah.
We like the fertile soil here.
Yeah.
This is ours now. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, listen. I was listening. There's this guy. I don't know if he's a rapper. I don't know what he does. His name is Zuby. If you are listening, if you're watching right now, you probably can tell like what he does. I think he's a rapper. I'm not sure what he does, but he be going off like political and stuff like that. And he goes, "Yo, I've been to almost every country, and everybody's politics is a mess, and that's what we have to understand." So then, if that's the case, then that means politics is the mess, right?
Yes.
Politics. Everybody's politics. That game of you guys having power over the people and you guys dictating how the people live, you know, with no repercussion for anything. That is the issue.
Under the guise that you voted for this.
Right.
Under the guise
Right.
that you are free.
Right.
And we politicians are just here to facilitate between you and whoever the laws that you live by. All under the guise of that bullshit.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Yes. Yeah. I like it.
Somebody say he is a rapper. Okay, yeah. That, and so once we understand that, and I think once people understand that, then
People won't understand that.
yeah, that's the fight. That's the fight. You get what I'm saying?
The fight is against the ignorant and the ones who are smart.
Yeah.
That at the end of the day,
Yeah,
I
at the
hate
end of
to
the day,
I hate to
yeah.
marginalize it like this. Those who know and those who don't know.
Yeah.
That dude. He mentioned information.
Yeah.
It's those who know and those who don't know.
That dude. Yeah.
That dude. It goes on multiple levels.
Yeah.
If I know about a stock trade and you don't, I'm gonna get rich. If I know how to conjure up demons or entities to do what I want, I'm gonna be in power. If I know you, if you don't, you know what I mean? If I know the game is fixed and I bet on the underdog team, this and that, I'm gonna get paid. It's just one big knowledge against those. The ignorant against those who know. Yeah.
That's a fact. Speaking of, yo, you ever think about like who, like we were just joking about like renaming the Martians and stuff like that. You ever think about movies like that, or like Interstellar and stuff like that, and like those aliens, they wouldn't call their planet something else, right? Like,
Why would they call their planet
like
that?
something like renamed it? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, the only reason
Yeah.
it is Mars is because of some Greeks.
Yeah.
To say that's Mars.
Yeah.
Or Jupiter or Saturn or it's all when somebody names something, they define it. They shape it. And then they build a philosophy around the shit they name.
Yeah.
We didn't call this thing hip hop. We just went to the jam and had a good time. The minute it became a hip hop, and I told you, people didn't even know what it was. They were just going to the record store saying, you know that song that goes a hip hop, a hippity, a hip hip. Oh, this one, Rapper's Delight. It's the new hip hop shit. Oh. So this is what the Negroes call this thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll make a few dollars off the Negroes. Let them, whoa, fight the power.
Yeah.
Whoa, you can't trust this. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Self-destruction. Whoa, Brand Nubians, X-Clan. Oh, whoa, we got to stop this shit. It's getting, they could really use this as the next platform to raise up the Negroes and their people. Fuck the police. You know what I'm saying? And then it became about, you know, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. And,
Yeah.
and here we are.
Yo, do you guys think like it's because we talk about like some of like the really just ignorant lyrics, the really just terrible stuff that is said in hip hop, but like how do you feel when you feel like, yo, that song is a banger though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, because it's a weird form of alchemy. I told you.
Yeah.
Music is the only thing that can enter your subconscious mind without you permission because of the heartbeat. Right? That first beat, which synchronizes you to this planet. So anything with that beat to it, you open. Yeah. Then I can dump whatever I want. It's inception.
Yeah.
It's just how many levels down does it go?
Yeah.
Do you have to kick a chair, drink a glass of water, bounce a ball, turn a radio on, let a car go by, spit, you know what I'm saying, throw a dart, you know what I'm saying? How far down is it in your system where you can't differentiate that bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks? No, bitches ain't shit, nigga. They hoes and tricks.
Guys, listen to
So
I know this is ignorant, and I gotta listen to this, man. But this is where.
Oh, did I say? I didn't say niggas, did I? No, I didn't.
I'm not gonna lie. It just kind of rolls with you.
I said bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. There's no nigga in there.
But listen to this, guys. This was like the most ignorant thing I've ever heard in my life. But this.
Jared, Messi, JB, Bobby, Noah, C-Hop, Blade, Nazi, Kane, Frank, Sully, Jake, Benji, Dice, Berry. All them niggas is dead. Like, they ain't had one in their head. Like,
that's music now.
Wow.
That's drill. That's music.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
Was that me? I'm supposed to probably be taking a poop right now.
Jesus.
That's my poop alarm.
But yeah, that's like what's happening now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It has reached such a low.
And not to say that I thought that was hot, but it was just like I heard that was just.
But
like,
somebody somewhere thinks that's hot. Right. How do you communicate with those? Because listen, I'm not gonna sit here high on a hog. I was a teenager too. And went through my phases. But you got to understand, when you become an adult, you put away childish things. You know what I'm saying? So we're dealing with rebellious youth who don't have a soundtrack to true rebellion because the gatekeepers have told them what rebel music is. And rebel music is to go against your own. Don't worry about us, the fact that we own everything. And you know what I'm saying, the labels and the movie deals and the endorsement deals, and we have, so forget about all of that. Just go out there and let them guys know you will give them the business. I just saw somebody replayed, shout out Blue Pill, the Leo Cohen piece when he was on the Breakfast Club. And they just straight up asked him, isn't that contradiction when you dealing with these artists? And he said, I got a family to feed. So he just told you straight up,
bro, yo, listen.
I'm not choosing between ethics and my family. I'm choosing my family. So y'all niggas can go out there and talk all that gangster killing. I said Igor again. Gangster killing that you have to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get paid off of it.
Yo, that quote from MC Surge when he was talking about selling his stock in the Illmatic album, was crazy. He just said like, yo, it's provided for my family last 27 years.
He said, I'm selling my nigga.
Basically.
Excuse me, it's important I say that at that time. He was saying, I got a goyim that I've had for 27 years. I'm selling my goyim. I'm going to cash in. I've drained this goyim as much as I can. Now I'm going to get me a new goyim somewhere.
And I'm going to sell it.
And I'm going to sell it when the time is right. But this particular goyim named Nasir, I am selling my portion of this slave. And you can do, and the timing of it, when all of this was going down, was to throw a dart for those who caught it, and for those who didn't, it is what it is. Speaking of Nas,
real quick, somebody asked, that Leo Cohen interview was on the Breakfast Club a few years ago.
It was on the Breakfast Club a few years ago, and he blatantly said, I'm choosing my family. And then Charlamagne was like, you don't want Dame Dash to call you.
Dame Dash? Who?
Culture Votes. He said, who is Dame Dash? In that same interview, he said, when Professor Griff, said that shit he said, you know what I did? He said, I took Chuck D to the Holocaust Museum. Those was his exact words. He said, I took Chuck D to the Holocaust Museum. Now, me and you were talking before the show came on. No matter what happens, when they ostracize you or call you anti-Semitic, no matter who you are, these people stick together, but they're dirty
to each other.
Yeah. So after you fall and it looks like you're done, there will be somebody who scoops you up and say, it's not done. This Goyim still has life. Mm-hmm. All we need you to do is go to the museum. That's it. That's all I need. Because I need my people to see that we still won. Yeah. So once my people see you in the museum, which is a part of their initiation and programming, and you walk by and you look at their pain and their trauma, and you just dismiss your pain and your trauma, and you come out and you give a small statement. This is behind the scenes. Look. We still can make some money out of this. Everyone else is not going to deal with you. I'm a good Jew. Yeah. I'm going to deal with you because I like you. Right? Just go to the museum, make a small speech, and it's all forgotten. Yeah. It's sort of like going to the priest. Yeah. Father, I've sinned. Yeah. What have you done? I killed a bunch of people, man. I just slaughtered a family. Oh, that was bad. God will forgive you. Just fix the church. Leave something so we can get the pew fixed. And God will forgive you. I like that Catholic shit. not the boy toy shit. Not that part. But if I can go in and just tell God, you know what I'm saying? Tell the priest what I did. And it's sort of like if you were in a Christian relationship, son. Right. Remember the guy? The devil.
Derek Jackson?
He blamed the devil.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know what? That is the devil. That wasn't you. And it wasn't me. It was the devil who was in me.
In her.
I was putting the devil in her because it was in me. Yeah, you're right. Let's just go to church, hold hands for a few, listen to the good word. Exactly. Y'all got this thing all twisted. Right? All homies got to do who make the mistake is go to the museum.
That happened. But, you've been to the African American Museum.
No, I haven't. My son was supposed to buy me some tickets and send me down, and he never did. Anyway,
I've been there, right?
Oh yeah, it must have been nice. Must have been nice.
Listen, I've been there, and it feels like even if we had a system where we sent people there, right? When they say something, there is a huge focus on entertainment.
In there.
And I was bothered by that while I was there. Because this is all we do.
You niggas is shuckers and jivers.
Is this basketball players, music? Is this all we do?
DJ, ball players.
Yeah.
That's what the world thinks of.
Right, and I felt like that was so missed.
They'll bring George Washington Carver.
Yeah,
one or two.
It was just like
you niggas created Peanuts.
I felt like no lie. If I remember, it was like the top 2 floors was just all entertainment.
Yeah, and that's a ritual in itself because that's where they eat off you mainly. You can make all the money you want as an entertainer. Once you start thinking and being innovative and creative and create, look what happened every time we create water out of thin air. Only niggas could do that. Create water out of thin air, and so you could drink it. And what happened to these dudes? You don't hear nothing else. They randomly get killed in a school shooting.
Yeah,
just randomly.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have been there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But as long as you could dunk and jump and get down and dance and make these niggas laugh, you are good. And then if you make a mistake, because you do sometimes, you say something you shouldn't have said, we're going to run you through the mill for a little bit, then you go to the museum.
It's just something I noticed.
Yeah.
But Nas, he announced that he's dropping King's Disease 3.
King's Disease 3. Looks like it's going to be good.
Yes.
1 and 2 were great.
1 and 2 were dope.
As a way to reestablish himself.
Yes.
As an artist.
And this is coming out the 11th.
It's coming out 11/11, the same day
as Black Panther.
As Black Panther is coming out. Yeah. So that's a vortex. As we know, the 11/11/22. That's that 44 frequency in honor of Bozeman. You know what I'm saying? He died at 43. But
Chadwick.
Yes.
Yes.
It's along that energy. I know the Apollo Creed movie is also coming out.
Oh yeah.
I don't know when that's coming, but that's also
That looks good.
the third movie. I didn't see 1 and 2.
Me neither, but that looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. I might want to watch that. So all of these things are gonna be in alignment. You know what I mean? We have our tickets already
for Black Panther.
for Black Panther. Me, my wife, and my 2 younger great kids. Those. But I need you to come, as I told you, because I need you to drop the rose petals down as I get out of the chariot on my way into the theater.
You got issues.
Okay? Because I'm coming in, as Mustafa.
You got issues.
Yes. I'm coming in as Mustafa. I'm coming in as...
Because the last time you did your impression, it was Tony Montana.
Yeah, it got dark. I started out as King Mujaffa.
Yeah.
And it turned into Tony
Montana.
Montana.
I was, what the hell is happening?
I was tweaking. I was having a tweaking moment. I just started tapping into all of my characters. But I know it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And
but I'm looking forward to the Nas album.
And we going to the dine-in where people bring us food.
Get you bougie.
With a menu.
I can't
have the...
You know what's crazy? I can't go to a regular movie theater either.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I went to see a movie recently in a regular theater, and it was just a bad experience.
And you was just still looking around like
the
that.
food tasted bad because the seats was bad.
Yeah.
It's like we started just complaining about why they keep walking by because they going to their seat, honey. No, fuck that. This is who booked these tickets and shit. So we were everything. The popcorn
you was there when I booked
it. Yeah. Why is the sound so loud? Because it's like a theater, and I hate this shit. So yeah, but we going to let me have a bottle of Chablis, and I'll have as an appetizer, you can bring me some. Yeah, we're gonna do that type of thing.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So there were 269 teachers arrested for sexual misconduct with their students this year.
This year, yeah. It's a big thing that's going on in reference to anytime, and it's sad, these predators are drawn to children. So you just can't assume anything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're drawn to children. The school system is a feeding ground. The Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts, all of these organizations.
The Boy Scouts still around?
I think they are. Somebody just gave the Girl Scouts $80 million.
You're talking about Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
Jeff Bezos' ex-wife just gave them $80 million.
Yeah, she's given away like $12 billion in total since they got divorced.
You know why? Because she probably realizes blood money, and she don't want nothing to do with that shit. And she gonna freak it and give that shit away. Back to the Nas thing real quick, because I wasn't finished with that. I want to pivot back to that for a minute. King's disease, right? This means, in essence, that we have gotten so high on the hog that we got gout, we got diabetes, spiritual diabetes, spiritual gout, spiritual everything when it comes to disease because we've gotten comfortable. They have enabled a few of us, just a few, to make some money, and we have eaten ourselves cosmically to death. So when I see King's disease, that's what that means in this particular, because remember, back in the day, the only one, they called it King's disease because the only one who was eating lovely was the king. Yeah. You know what I mean? So amongst these rappers, these boule rappers, they all have King's disease. Hip hop was a hungry thing. We were starving to get our message out. Once they reversed the polarity on you and gave you what you thought you wanted, which was riches and a better way of life, now the energy just distills back in the form of the disease because we have no true desire to move forward.
Yeah, and I think that has to, like, we've always talked about this. That is like by design,
Yes.
right? If our culture celebrated, even if we did celebrate money, like capitalism, if we live like that, but if we celebrated background money,
yes,
you get what I'm saying? Rather than 3 billionaires, we had 80 millionaires. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
If we looked at it that way, or 80 multimillionaires, if we looked at it that way instead of like wanting to be the front of everything,
absolutely.
and because I was talking to my friends about this, I'm like, yo, the reason why like we have no power because we just have no infrastructure. On one of my rant last week, on last show, we have like no money in trucking in the factories.
Yeah,
we have
in the dirt. We don't have no
and
money
feeling
in the
good
dirt.
about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just want always to be the mob. They operated in the shadows for years.
Yes.
For years until a few people like Gotti got out there and it was like, yo, what you doing?
Yeah. Now you off code.
Yeah, like yo.
That's not what we do. We leave that to the moolies.
Basically.
Let them get out there and wear the gold chains and act rich. We are rich.
Exactly.
And so this king's disease in the mindset of young people too.
Mm-hmm.
So now we big up all the celebrities for what they do, the actors, the rappers, but collectively, as Claude Anderson will brilliantly break down, we have not moved as a people. Mm-hmm. And the Boulay and the Rothschilds are great at creating that persona that you guys are successful, and because that's what it is. Once you think you're successful, what do you strive for next?
Yeah.
And now everything is about, hey, you can start a business, do this. And not saying that we're being steered a certain way, but in this war, let's say we at the crux, and it's a spiritual thing for you or it's a material thing for you. And most of the people are leaning toward the material because they think this is all there is, and very few are looking down that other path and saying, maybe the war is really over here. Mm-hmm. Maybe once we conquer the spiritual, we can have all the material shit we want. So King's Disease 3, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. I call Nas, or he calls himself God's son.
Yeah.
So we're in connection. I've been watching Nas a little lately because he was the one who I thought was just different.
Yeah.
But he's assimilated. He rocking with all of them now. So just put that out there, because the money get good. He would never do alcohol. That was his big thing. I'm not out here. And then he got with Hennessy
and smooth voice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Never settled.
Never settled.
But you settled, Nas. You just said never settled. You just settled.
Yeah.
And that's a personal decision you make. That's fine. I still love your music, but I'm not blind. The music and the fancy stuff does not blind me to the greater understanding of who I thought you were and what your mission was and how we could benefit from the light. My speak tonight is going to be about light. Okay, so just wanted to throw that out there before we got back to the pervy people who are teaching the babies.
Yeah. And real quick, happy birthday to Mark. 55th.
Happy birthday, Mark. How old?
55.
55. Oh. Now you can move into the gated community.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 55 next year.
Yeah.
I can move into the gated community and they will buzz you in. And we have a Malcolm here. Who? A Malcolm. All right, buzz him in, but keep an eye on him. In the morning, me and wifey will do yoga. In the afternoon, we will play miniature golf. And in the evening, we will watch romantic comedies with other older companies and eat edibles. We're only going to have one guest room, and that'll be for Noble. Yep. That's the good life. Y'all bullshitting. That's the good life. Happy birthday to Mark. 55. You and your wife, go ahead and get in that gated community. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, Rakim Ben did the Henny commercial when he was on the cross. Remember, he had the microphone across his arms, and they call himself the God MC. So he was being sacrificed on the cross.
Jesus.
With that.
Really?
Go back and look at the Hennessy joint with Rakim on it with the mic. See, they do these subtle things, and you're supposed to know what time it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he looked like God on the cross.
Sheesh.
Yep. Took that money.
Okay. So back to those teachers, the nasty teachers.
Yeah.
Craziness. And the push towards a lot of this, like the pronouns, because like the other day was like National Pronoun Day and stuff like that. The push towards like any sort of sexuality in these classrooms, you can't tell me there is no correlation to that.
Yes, and these are the people that are closest to your babies.
Every day.
And they're doing psychoanalysis on your baby. So like a predator will tell you, I don't mess with kids who got strong father figures at home. I just don't, because I don't want that kind of smoke. So the classroom is the perfect place, because I told you in my book, Urban Culture Decoded, the very first thing a teacher is asking a child is, why are you here? Because children are in these classes for so many different reasons, not just to learn if Jack and Jill is running up the hill. You know what I mean? Some are running from alcoholic dads. Some are running from sexual predators at home. Some are running from neglect. Some are here to get, I was there to get breakfast and lunch as a guaranteed meal, because dinner was not guaranteed in my household. So I was there for, so a teacher's ability to see which child looks dirty, grungy, nobody ever picks this child up. This might be a perfect candidate to prey on. Give him or her a few extra minutes after the class has left and test the waters to see where this thing goes. And that's how they turn these kids out. Yeah. This one teacher, she was all right too. You know what I mean? She was dealing with this. She was 39 and he was 17. Where were these teachers when I was 17? And I had a bad gym teacher. She was. Man, she was smoking. I wish she would have when I was 17. Boy, you would be, how old would you be now? Nigga, you'd be 40 now, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But no, but where are, so now we have an extra heightened sexual energy on this planet. So all bets is off. So you got to watch the children, speak to the children when they come home. You got to pop up at school if your children are in the school unexpectedly. Don't be so on rhythm, and take a day off from work and don't tell your son. And don't tell a teacher, and show up to see what the energy is like. Find out, why is my child being kept in the after school program or in detention and things of this nature. Them Boy Scouts shit. Yeah, I'm there. Like, you play football, and I have nothing against Pop Warner, but who was there every game? Yeah, me. Yeah, in the trenches, because you're not going to isolate my child. I will be if Noble wanted to be in the Boy Scouts for reasons of the camaraderie, we would be there. Yeah, I'd have my uniform on too. Ain't nobody messing with no boys under my watch. Yeah, you can guarantee that shit. You better keep it moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So understanding, being in your children's lives, giving them space to grow, but being there to protect. Can I go stay at Billy's house? No, you can't go to Billy's house. No, because I don't know,
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that will be like gone, like sleepovers.
That's done.
That's kind of over now. You know what I'm saying?
And Odyssey cursed us out as parents, but no, couldn't do it. Won't do it.
Yeah, just like, nah.
Can't do it. Nope. Absolutely not. I've seen her father. That drunk dude? Nope. Yeah. Because it only take one time. Shit, I got to watch her. Shit, y'all be in the bed under the girl. It's weird. It's an attack from every angle. Yeah. From every angle. Yeah. Because of the heightened sexual energy, the heightened perversion on the planet now. And it's across the board. You know what I mean? It's across the board. As you already know, the prison system is filled with it. The industry is filled with it. The churches is filled with it. This thing is across the board because of the vibration on the planet itself. Yes. You know?
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Real quick, Tyler Perry fired his entire accounting staff because he found that the IRS owed him $9 million for overpayment. Yeah, he was paying. I guess they had him paying that much.
Wait a minute. So his accountants, overpaid $9 million. They should all get fired. Yeah. They should all get fired. $9 million? No, you're fired.
Especially to the IRS. We got beef with them.
I got beef with them.
Yeah, we're not trying to give them nothing.
I'm not trying to pay you $1 over what I have to pay you. Yeah. And $9 million, and you think the IRS would have integrity? Yeah. How did he get his money back? He did an audit on himself?
Probably. Sometimes the IRS will give you your money back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because motherfuckers ain't never gave me nothing back.
Yeah.
Shit. But no, they deserve to get fired because you didn't do your job. I hired you to do a job. Your job is to make sure
even trying to pay
I have to pay. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Your job is to make sure I have to pay nothing.
Yeah.
How many organizations do I have to donate to get these write-offs so that my payment to the IRS is as limited as possible? And you overpaid by $9 million?
God damn.
Everybody's fired.
Yeah.
My mama would be fired. Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
You're fired, man. That you know.
My mama would be
She would be fired.
But yeah, we're gonna take a quick commercial break.
My best friend fired me one day.
Oh yeah.
It was awkward. We were roommates and shit. And well, chill. But Chill is about his business, man. And I had 2 jobs, and I was coming in late. He had to fire me, man. So the next day, it was a little awkward in the house, passing in the blunt. And, you know, he was like, yo, man, you know, get your shit together. I might be able to. But I love that about him because he was about his business.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
And we shall return.
We shall return. Get your question ready, too.
Get some questions ready.
All right.
Peace. Now that you are already here, you are already a member, you gave us your $5 or your $50 for the year, we appreciate that. While you're here, take a look around. What we have are some dynamic online courses that separately sell for themselves for up to $500 each. But as a member, you are now able to access these online courses that teach you t-shirt business, the book business, podcast, YouTube, and how to create your own membership for a mere $29 a month. $29.97 to be exact.
Yes.
And you can cancel at any time. Listen, this is a great perk for becoming a member.
It's only available to you guys.
It's only available if you see this course outside of the membership. It's $497, $19.97 for the whole course, and we are giving that up with a straight face. But for you, because you are a member, because you rock with us, because you have shown commitment to who we are, we want to show commitment, you know what I'm saying, and return that commitment to you. So while you're here, log in, online courses.
The link is in the exclusive sections. Just sign right up.
Sign right up.
Peace.
Peace.
What makes a great t-shirt? Is it fashion, fit, comfort? Is it what's printed on the front of the shirt? Whether it's a humorous message, political, or a social statement made to bring awareness to a noble cause? At Urban X TV, we believe that all of those things make a great t-shirt and then some. So we wanted to create a t-shirt line that was a little bolder, a little bit more challenging, one that stepped out of the boundaries. So we decided to introduce to you our Not So Subtleties. It's one that speaks to the sentiments of what's going on in our environment today. It's one that will spark conversation. So log on to urbanx.nyc to pick up your Not So Subtleties today, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel. We thank you for your support. Peace.
I think they're both going to stay, and they're going to try again next year. Just being realistic. It depends on the coach.
The Hornets
I heard about the Hornets.
Westbrook.
I wouldn't be mad. Westbrook.
Minnesota has disgusted me this entire series. So
What are you saying right now?
I'm off that shit. Also, I'm very upset that John Moran got this award. So I hope we see them in the second round so Poole can whoop his behind for 7 games in a row.
Back. And we are back. Thank you for the support. Eli and Freddie have been on their own for about 6 shows.
Nice.
I let their hand go.
Nice.
And they are prospering. Shout out to them.
Yes.
Eli's now editing his own videos up.
Oh, snap.
You know, putting the work, man. Shout out to Leslie doing her thing. Huh? Oh yeah, she was on him. Leslie is the one who got Eli sparked with that.
Okay.
She was like, "So what do you mean you're not editing your videos?" Eli tried to say, "Cause you know my cerebral palsy and shit." She was like, "Nigga," she was like, "I don't want to hear none of that. You could walk, right? You could talk. Your hands work. Yeah, they work a little bit. Well, get down and edit them damn video." Yeah, she was on his case that day.
That's tough.
And Eli be trying to be resistant, but when he get by himself, he's like, "Yeah, she was right, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get it together. You know what I'm saying?" And so. Shout out to Leslie for putting that spark.
That's dope.
On Eli.
Somebody said we should throw a barbecue, and I was like, man, it's gonna be a bunch of low vibrational plates out there. You know what I'm saying?
Including mine. My plate. I'm gonna have 2 plates. Yeah. I'm one of them Negroes. There's so much good stuff out here. Praise the chef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody gonna say a prayer over the food? We done thank God for these pork chops and all this stuff that is said not to eat in the Bible, but God know my heart is good. So the greens got pork neck in them too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today I'm going to eat a little something green, sit down and have a good time.
Next summer we got to do something. We got to do something for the people.
Yes.
You know what I mean,
absolutely.
Got to do a live show. Something.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Why are we so fractured as a community? What are the solutions?" That is.
Do you have 19,000 hours?
Yeah, that is a question.
That is such a broad question that it's so hard to answer because our disbursement here in this hemisphere is fractured. Mm-hmm. It ain't like, and speaking of other people, they came as a collective. I speak about that all the time. When Jewish people came here, because they came as a collective, with their language intact, their culture intact, their God intact, their ways intact, their money system intact, it is much easier to hit the ground running. When the mob or the mafia...
Italians.
Okay. Yeah, that was bad. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? Yeah,
it was the gabagool.
Gabagool.
Yeah.
Throw the lead.
That's bad. That's bad.
When they came... Yeah. They came with their principles. Mm-hmm. They came with their La Cosa Nostra. Mm-hmm. They came with certain things intact that they could build upon. When the Mexican people come here, you know what I mean? They come, they know how to build houses and sell oranges and flowers on the side of the road, but they do it as a collective where they pool their resources together. But they got their religion. They got their language. And if you speak any part of Latin, you are a part of a big community here in the United States.
Especially in New York.
Hey, Dot, I heard they closed Samuel Gompers, your high school, and mine also. I'm not really sure. I'll find out.
Well, what they did was, in New York City specifically, with the big high schools, they chopped them down.
Oh, to smaller schools.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah, so again, when the Nigerians come here, right? They come with their language. So I need you to process that for a minute. It's easier to get going, even if you're starting at the bottom, when you have a collective mindset that this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick together. Even the Jamaicans. There's a Jamaican community in every borough, right? Where they got their Jamaican stores. Facts. You know what I'm saying? You can get your patties, you can get your cocoa bread, whatever it is they do. Even their criminal system, because everybody got a criminal system. Let's keep it intact. The Jewish mob, the Italian mob,
Irish,
the shower posse, everybody got a crew that ain't having it. Even them, they come in and they move as a unit and they move together. We have a fractured community. You know what I mean? And we can't even decide that we're going to move together. So when people get on our case about, well, why ain't they just taking advantage of this and that? You totally missing the point of what the trauma and things that we had to go to, and they collectively keep us dispersed because we're the true inheritance of the landmass. So there's a collective effort to let other people come in, take advantage. Even the Chinese.
Oh, for sure.
Got the triad, right?
Yeah.
And they have their own communities. They come in and we're the only ones not coming. Now, watch this. If a bunch of Americans went somewhere else as a collective and said, we're going to set up shop in these 8 blocks, our hip hop, our culture, our ways, then guess what? We would prosper.
We would have no choice.
We
That's
would
why-
have no choice because
yeah.
we got to stick together.
That's a good point. That is a
So
good. That is
these are
That's
points that people
interesting.
are not looking at when they come here, and we look disassociated. We look, like we're not together. So I would start there. I would definitely start
That's
there.
interesting. Yo, speaking of the mob, didn't you say his son got his dad whacked?
Yeah, recently, and it was in today's paper or yesterday's paper.
Oh.
A son got his own dad whacked in the allegedly Bonanno crime family to take over the real estate business.
Whoa.
His dad got clapped in the McDonald's driveway. I heard about it 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And yep. So that's what happened. And it's bad when you got to clap your own dad. I'm like, jeez. Malcolm, just tell me what you want. God damn, you want a higher position in the company? You ain't got to rub me out.
Yeah,
My
sheesh.
Lord. But that's what it is. You know what I mean?
I didn't think that stuff still went on.
No. That stuff still goes on. And I know you don't think the mob just disappeared.
No, I just think they were just way, way, way more sophisticated in how they
had
move.
to be.
Yeah.
Because Gotti brought too much attention to what it is that they do.
And they all got knocked. Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, they all got knocked, so they had to revert back to being on code.
Yeah.
Which it is, and things of that nature. So no, that's what that's about. But they still getting their money.
Yeah.
They still getting their money.
Did you start swim classes for Noble yet? Yeah, so no. And I'm scared it's like, is it too late? Like he can learn how to swim.
Just
but
throw him in the water.
No, hell no.
Shout out to Kevin Hart. He lost his dad.
Yeah.
Our deepest condolences. But it brings me back to the story when he said his dad just threw him in the water. He going under. His dad is looking at him and then gonna say, "Hey, man."
Yeah, I don't want him
almost
scared
lost
of water.
you there.
Yo, did you hear about the daycare workers who scared the kids with the mask?
Yeah,
on?
they got arrested for.
They got arrested?
Yeah, today they got arrested
Sheesh.
for some kind of assault because you don't do that. To kids.
Yeah, come on, bro.
You don't do that to kids.
I'd have been
You
pissed.
just don't. Oh, the homeless here.
Yeah.
They got for those who don't know what's going on in New York, all of the migrants that came in, they set them up in Randall's Island.
Yeah.
They were gonna set them up at Orchard Beach, but they moved the tents to Randall's Island, and they live in the plus life. They got Xboxes, TVs,
Like
couches,
Colombian
food. Shit, they live in. I need to go down there and tell them I'm homeless too. Shit, and the homeless in this country getting treated like shit, but they're getting treated special treatment.
Did you see the
real wild shit?
Did you see it was an aid worker for Mayor Adams, and he was on a date, but he was getting filmed.
And he didn't know that.
He didn't know, and Project Veritas, how they get all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking. He goes, yeah. He was talking about all the people who lost their jobs for not taking the vaccine. He goes, Mayor Adams doesn't care because they quit. Like, they could have just took the. He said he has no sympathy for them. I don't have any sympathy for them. And then he was talking about the crime and how he doesn't really care about the crime situation in New York City right now. It was a bunch of stuff. He was giving it up, and I'm just like, first off, my first thing was like, damn, they caught him out there.
They catch them out. Women, I bet you it was women.
He was with a woman.
There it is. The women to get you to stop pillow talking.
Caught him out there. Yeah,
And
couple dates.
See, you got to remember, this is how sophisticated this is. There are people who pay those women, them strippers, to get that information.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is war.
Yeah.
Information, it balls back to information. It's power.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Chick come out of the room and be like, let me tell you what this nigga like. What?
I was like, damn.
You know what I mean?
Caught him out there. But Adams, yeah, man, and apparently he has presidential aspirations as well.
Well, he's doing a bad job.
Terrible
because
job.
It is Gotham City in New York right now.
Seriously.
It is literally, we need Batman. It is that bad. We literally, I keep
Seriously.
looking up where's the symbol? Because this is really bad in the city. To the point where you got to keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah. Somebody just got tossed on the tracks.
Again. Again. You know what I mean? So the subways is, and I don't know if that's a part of a calculated plan. What is their plan? Are they trying to get rid of the subways?
Yeah.
What is the calculated plan where in these movies, because it's always, you see that in the movies. You go down in the movies, you see a piece of paper, newspaper go by, it looks dark and desolate.
Yeah.
That's the way the subways is now looking, and that's the main means of transportation for most people in New York.
It feels because they taking away parking, so it's like y'all want us to travel public transportation, but it's not
but now
safe.
public transportation.
Somebody got attacked.
I could get killed down
Somebody
there.
got attacked with a samurai sword today on the subway. A samurai sword.
Dude.
Like a
I'm used to seeing a lot of little things in New York. Niggas start dancing and shit, jumping and spinning.
You saw gangrene?
No, I saw gangrene. I saw them chicks in green neon suits attack somebody. I saw a nigga damn. Don't worry, no, but you're going to college.
Yeah.
I saw a dude with a microwave on his head today. Open up the microwave and start yelling at people. He's on the train with his head inside of a microwave.
Yo.
And now you're telling me that a dude has pulled out
a samurai
sword. Lucky for me, I would have my lifesaver ready. And we would have a full-on duel out there. And I would take care of him because I keeps the lifesaver with me.
Listen, what happened to the Guardian Angels? They're racist.
Oh, yeah, them racist pieces of ish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Always. And I remember being on the train one time, true story. I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm in the back of the train, minding my business.
Cigs?
Yeah, back then, you know. This was in the back of the train. And this dude, I could tell he wanted to be a cop so bad.
Yeah.
He was a part of the, you know, he had his hat on and shit. He walks up to me, I swear. You know who I am? I'm saying, no, nigga, I don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Angel, son. You're going to have to come off the train. Well, I said, nigga, you got a gun? I said, you got a gun? Better get the fuck out my face. And he walked off the train I'm like, who the these niggas think they are? If you ain't got no gun, don't run up on me with your karate fucking hat on and shit and kung fu slippers and shit and thinking I'm going to I blew smoke in that nigga face. Get the fuck out of here.
That's funny.
Stop this bull crap.
Kevin Spacey. We talked about Kevin Spacey.
Kaiser Sosa.
Yeah. He not guilty.
Not guilty again.
Jury came to the conclusion that he did not molest his co-star.
Yeah. He wins.
That dude is a G.
He be coming out of court like this. I didn't do it. Then he just walk off from his Yeah. Yo, shout out Jadakiss.
Yes.
Jadakiss and his dad
and his son
yes, have just launched a brand new coffee company called Kiss Coffee. I believe it is. I believe it's called Kiss Coffee.
Kiss Coffee, that's dope.
Or something to that. That's them. That's super duper dope. You know what I mean? How they do that, got pops in the seat.
Yeah.
And they surrounding them and, you know, and again, transitioning over into the family business to do something dope. So shout out Jadakiss. I also heard Styles P is removing himself from the Juice Plus business. I think he said he wants to just focus on some other things.
Not Juice Plus, but
yeah, well, whatever he's
Juices for Life.
Juices for Life, and he said something. He said this is his last album,
solo album
coming, and you know maybe he's at a
probably,
point.
Yeah, he's probably like going through.
So much, and you can't spread yourself but so thin.
Yes.
And he probably saw that certain things were suffering. And sometimes you have to condense, you know what I'm saying, your energy and your time. So shout out to him. You know what I mean?
Coach Wayne said, my 10-year reunion is next year. They charging $200 for a prom theme. How did y'all
I didn't graduate.
I went to my reunion. It was cool. It wasn't like a big deal. And I went to all boys school, so we wasn't doing no prom
Sausage
theme.
fest.
We wasn't doing no prom theme.
How y'all doing? All the fellas, everybody good? All right.
So it was.
But you had that one dude who turned into a girl, yes?
He sure did.
Did y'all all jump on him at the?
He wasn't there. He wasn't there.
Like, yo, it's not personal.
He was not there. Nah. I saw him at a funeral. That's what happened. I was like, I know this girl from somewhere. Yo, what the?
Yeah.
It's like, nah. And then, sure enough.
Yeah.
Any questions, though? Oh, did you guys hear about the Texas school system? They handed out DNA kits so you can identify your kid.
That's some scary stuff.
That is like, yo, all right.
Handing out DNA kits to parents so you can identify your children in case of a school shooting.
So here's the thing. Usually, as a school system, as a district, you don't want that kind of like negative.
You don't even want to insinuate. I'm not saying you don't want to be prepared,
right? But
like, you don't prepare because if there's a shooting, there's always ways to identify my child.
Right
now, DNA insinuates that something else is going on. Like the bodies won't be
identifiable.
Like, you know what I'm
saying? I'm just like,
and if you're talking that, then you're talking fire or something of great, cataclysms of that nature. Other than that, because if the child is shot, you can still identify.
Yes, I'm just like, what the? But like, you don't want that. You don't want to scare you.
Yes, if that's what school has come to,
that's
man,
nuts.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
Somebody said it's a tracking system for something sinister.
It's weird.
Quan S. I didn't think about that. You could be right. Certain things they looking for. Did you hear about the lady who went to get the BBL in the Dominican Republic
and came back with her kidney missing?
Her kidney missing.
That's crazy.
But think about it. Mm-hmm. You don't know what they're doing. We're gonna take a little fat from over this space. We gotta move some fat over to your ass from here. Because where we gonna get the fat from? you want a big ass, don't you? You want a big ass. We gotta get the fat. And then they wind up taking your goddamn kidney, and you just come home and think it's the side effects of what happened. And you go to the doctor and they go, well, you only got one kidney, or you can function with one, but can you imagine?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And what are you gonna do now? That kidney gone.
Yeah.
So, ladies, just work with the ass you were given.
Go to the gym. Go to
the gym and do some squats. They still work.
Link up with Fit by Stallion right now in the chat.
Fit by Stallion.
I be seeing her on the gram. They be going crazy. She be having women in there.
That's what I'm saying. So crazy. Get with Fit by Stallion. Commit to it.
You know what I'm saying?
And
get them squats.
Yeah, get them squats going.
That's it.
Yeah, you don't need to travel somewhere, lay on a table, and do all that other stuff. That's a shortcut, and it's lazy.
And you know what's crazy too? What I've been noticing a lot more rappers talk about slimmer women now. They don't want like the huge BBL ass.
Oh, now they transitioning.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Okay. And again, if you chose to do that, that's fine.
I'm saying.
But understand there's a cause and there's an effect. And the underground, check, see if you got two. Everybody who got that should just check to make sure they got two kidneys. That's all. Just check and make sure. That's all.
Yeah, that's scary. Yo, did you guys hear about this Jermaine Vaughn story, right? He was getting arrested. He was in handcuffs. He was cuffed, and the cop stomped on his face.
Yo, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it. I stopped short of watching, and I read the caption.
Yeah.
And I understand, but I tell y'all all the time, you're not dealing with humans who understand the human, who are just connected to the human experience. Mm-hmm. These are demons of a whole nother paradigm. And they don't care if you're in handcuffs. They don't care if the cameras is on. They are programmed almost like killer soldiers to do that damage. So don't prove nothing to them.
Yeah. Did you see that that black lady who clapped that white dude?
No,
he's a firefighter. He was a firefighter. He was beating up, I think, her husband or something. She had the extendo joint, and she was trying to get him off. Clapped him.
Wow.
And no charges brought against her because they said it was self-defense.
Okay. All right. I'll back that up.
More gun talk. The guy in jail he got 5 years in prison for 3D printing Glock switches. And I was just like...
And what's a Glock switch?
It's the switch, so it turns the gun automatic.
Got you.
Those are illegal. Just to have them are illegal.
Got you.
It's like... Your gun could be perfectly legal, but the switch...
So this was probably a nerd, a goofy, who understood 3D technology, and instead of doing something positive with the 3D technology, he created gun switches.
We be having some bright minds.
And now he in prison.
Yeah.
A hardcore prison for 5 years.
Yeah.
For a few extra dollars.
Yeah.
A few dollars. It ain't worth it. Welcome to Happy Burger. This is Black Dot. I'm here to take your order. I'm telling you. Before I start making gun parts, I will flip burger. I will be the best burger flipper every day. I'm hustling.
Yo, have y'all you guys know that rapper Toby Nguigwe?
Yeah,
nice. I like him.
I like him because he has his own lane.
Yeah.
Are those all his wives?
No, he has one wife.
Okay, all right.
But this is what I'm gonna talk right now.
Okay.
So somebody put together a whole thread of him just basically like shitting on his wife.
Wow.
And people are saying like, yo, he hates that girl. Like it.
I need to see it. Send me the thread.
I'll send it to you. Bugged me out because he raps about her in his music like she is like his muse. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they
Okay.
And the videos kind of show like he looked like he don't like her. Like it was kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was mad interesting.
Okay, show it to me. I'm gonna have an open mind.
Check it out. Yeah,
but I do like his style.
Yeah.
You know, because it's his own lane.
I didn't know Eric Thomas got him started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Eric Thomas.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You gotta want it more than you could breathe.
Yeah. His wife's name was Fat. Yeah, that's her nickname. But apparently that's not. I thought her name was like Fatima. It's like something completely different. So people was trying to say that. Like
Eric Thomas wakes up at 3 a.m,
bro. That's dedication.
That's dedication.
But he gets to bed at like 8. He said,
I don't give a hell. 3 a.m, Eric, and you gonna get me up and you want me to be motivated?
Yeah.
You more than you can breathe. Now I've taken a few of his courses. I'm certified in some Eric Thomas stuff.
Me too.
Oh, you are too.
I am too.
Yeah. We down with Eric Thomas.
Yeah. I was on the call with him.
Yeah, we on the call. You know what I'm saying? We get extreme coaching and all of that. You know, I can call up some people who know some people who know some people.
Who might know him.
Who might know him. I can do all that. Yep, facts.
Somebody said that was the episode on East New York. I don't know what you're talking about. But let's a few more questions. If you got them, then we out, man.
Yeah. Let's get this weekend started.
Yeah, man. Herschel Walker. He's been
this Negro. Can I say nigga for him?
Yes, yeah.
No, he's not a nigga. He's a Negro.
Yeah, he is.
He's old. He's a Negro.
He got too many hits to the head, man.
You know what I mean? Pulling out his police badge. He's a typical ignorant police badge. I believe in the police force. Got a baby mama. Paid for the boss. You don't need to know about that. My own son. He a Twinkie, but that another thing. Put up my bag, I believe police force, get it done. I'm gonna win. Yeah, he is the typical everything you think, a dumb jock.
Yeah.
Now trying to transition over, and don't lobby him some real questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's bad for him. You know what I'm saying? Typical dumb jock, baby mama, abortion, having lying, son who's a Twinkie.
Yeah.
He checks all the boxes with a goddamn fake badge.
That was funny. Did you check out the Candace Owens doc? No, I saw the clip that what's his name was talking about.
Yeah.
Interesting to say the least. That's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll probably check out the whole thing.
The whole thing. I'll give the whole thing because I'm about information.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, about personalities, and I tell y'all that all the time. I'm not. Just give me the information and let me, deal with that.
Somebody said, if I take the courses, can I download the course content from the T-shirt? You can't download it, but
it's always there for you.
It's always there as long as you're paying for it. If you want it.
Yeah. And if you're a member now, remember, it's just $29 a month for you.
Yeah.
If you could bang out the whole course in a month, it's yours.
It's yours.
Those are some of the perks of being a member.
You heard?
Yeah, we do that. And we're having a sale.
Yes, 30% off. Not the extra 5 yet. That
happens for Black Power. We gotta come on, dude. We gotta save something for Black Power Friday.
Yeah, man.
Sliding into Cyber Monday. What are we gonna call Cyber Monday?
I don't know.
We'll create something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll do something for that. Call it maybe.
Somebody said if we don't get another Hulk, I'm going DEFCON 3.
Okay, yeah. You're gonna get that. I need to set that up. Now, let me ask you guys: should that be a live thing?
Like live
for our members? Like, let's say I did a Saturday. Give me one if you want it to be live on a Saturday, because I'm not trying to manipulate your time. And this is just for those who want me to answer questions real serious. Don't ask me no stupid questions that you can ask. This is for those, or should we just take the questions in advance, the way we was doing it before? I answer the questions, 1 for live, 2 for pre-record, and we just answer the questions.
I'm seeing a lot of ones. Cause y'all are spoiled. Y'all just like live stuff. That's what it is.
Now, let me ask you this too. Let's get deep with it. Do you guys want to ask your question on the screen, or you want to stay anonymous through the phone? How do you want to do that? Because we have the technology to bring you on the screen. Because a lot of people are like, I got a big rash on my ass, Black Dot. I don't know how. Let me show you. Let me pull my camera up and show you. And I'm like, geez, guys, just come on. Right? Or is it just, do we do phone calls where I don't need to, you can still be anonymous and I can answer? How do you guys want to do that?
Somebody said live questions. Both would be great. Y'all like greedy, man.
Yeah, jeez. And then I will spin a few questions off for the peasants.
Okay.
The non-believers.
The non-believers.
Those who won't give me $5.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so we put something together.
We'll work it out. Because I was toying with the idea of finding
together for you guys.
A day where I could sit down for an hour and just answer some, hip-hop, urban life. Those are the main topics. Hip-hop, urban, which is the environment in which birthed all of that we live in, and life, man. Marriage, health, anything. You got kids, anything that you really want, and you value my opinion, because that's all I'm giving you is my opinion. I want to help.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to think I'm a goofy. I just play one on TV, so I can really get serious and help you with some stuff.
Eric Williams said half screen, half. Oh, we got your book, by the way.
Oh, we did.
We did get your book.
All right.
I got it in Noble's library.
Yes.
Shouts out
So
to you.
yeah, we'll work it out. So we'll work some stuff out.
All right. So,
with that being said,
it's on you.
Oh, it's on me.
It's on you.
Oh yeah. I forgot all about that. So so what I wanted to speak about was light. Moths are drawn to light. Certain mosquitoes and beings, the way they get zapped is because they are drawn to light. So when somebody like Fox, a soul calls Malcolm, that's a light source. But it's a light source that if he is drawn to, he can get zapped because he could be in the fire. A lot of these shows that you see, they're light, but they're false light, and you can get yourself killed. Then there is those who attach on to light beings. You know what I mean? So they may say, I may mention his name only for today, Kanye is a light bearer or being, or he has an energy source that will draw a whole different swarm of entities who are drawn to their light. And then there's the ultimate light in which we are trying to pursue, which is to use to dispel the darkness. So there are different aspects of the light. And the reason we are confused half the time is because we don't know which light is artificial. You think the moth or the mosquito wants to get zapped? It doesn't. It's just enamored by the light. So these cameras, these stages, and all of this stuff will get you zapped if you're not prepared. And so as a young artist, a young athlete, a young actor, a young entertainer, or just one who has tapped into something, there will be those who latch onto you. Even Drake is a master at it. He'll see a young light coming up, and before that light gets super bright and illuminated, he attaches himself to it so that when it becomes illuminated, it actually creates a superimposed hologram of himself too, because the bigger that light gets, the bigger he got, because he jumped on it early. But never be confused about us being in pursuit of real light, because we are light beings in ourselves and within ourselves. You know what I mean? So stay focused, stay on your path, and don't get zapped, and don't let someone drain your energy. These vampires, these energy vampires, drain your energy to the point where your light reaches its full apex. You have already been drained of your sources. We see MC Search knew that Nas was a light. So 27 years ago, he connected to that light. And now that in his mind, that light has reached its apex before Nas is raised up into a whole nother level, he has ringed him out, got all he needed from it, and he has moved on. I am in pursuit of true light, which is a lifetime pursuit of being on a path. Now, there are individuals amongst you who are lighting the path, and there are a true, and they have a level of integrity and spiritual a wherewithal to be on their mission. It's nothing wrong with when we get off our path, that the lighted path, stay on the lighted path. As what's my man, the comedian, Zoot Suit with the big beard. Surveys say Steve Harvey did a whole comedy act about when you go to Africa, stay on the lighted path. So in this walk of life, try your best to stay on the lighted path. If you are ever misguided off the path, try to find true people who are on that path that can lead you back the right way. And that's my message for today.
Dope. Thank you guys for another week, for another great week.
Yes.
Another great week of shows. We appreciate you for being here always. For the new members, thank you for entrusting in us.
Yes, your time and your energy.
Your time and your energy as well.
And like I tell you, we never take it for granted.
We do not.
Never.
And people who are listening to us, we appreciate you guys as well. If you have the time, don't forget to leave us a rating and a review. We truly appreciate it.
Yes.
And we will see you guys on Monday.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget 30% off shopurbanx.com.
And if you spend $100, you get that free shipping.
Yeah, people been going crazy with the free shipping.
People have been going crazy.
Yeah, we're almost out of stuff, so don't forget. So take advantage now.
Yeah, it's why supplies last.
Why supplies last? We're almost out of stuff. Like
true
it's crazy.
story.
All right, so we'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.
Peace.